Hello, welcome to the Bond Donor Center. For some of you, welcome back. For those of you who haven't had a chance to meet yet, my name is Mariam. I'm the Business Development Manager, and just looking at me. How's that? Too loud?
No, that's good.
How are we?
That's good.
Okay. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm the Business Development Manager, and joining me today to help support our event is Anna. She's got my back. There she is. She is our incredible Community Development Manager. And Nancy, who's over there, she's our new Center Manager. So let's welcome Nancy. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Canadian Blood Services, who we are, what we do, and you're killing me, I'm sorry. What we do, and a little bit more about partnering with Canadian Blood Services and what that could look like. Louder?
Yeah, please.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, just for the video, we want to make sure we can hear you.
For the video. Okay.
Right.
Is that better?
That's better, yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'd like to start with a very simple question. What do you know about Canadian Blood Services? I'm sure most of you recognize our brand, recognize our logo, maybe you've seen some of our commercials. So you can raise your hand, you can shout it out. What comes to mind when you look at Canadian Blood Services? I mean, one's in the name. Yeah, you can't answer if you were there, sorry, Alicia. Blood. Blood, yeah, there it is. Blood. Donation.
Help save lives.
Help save lives. There you go. Anybody else? Plasma. Jason, I'm shocked you didn't say plasma. Okay, Jason's our plasma donor in the audience. So, perfect. Okay. So we're known mostly for blood donation is what we do, but who we are Canada's biological lifeline. So we are the connection between a donor and a recipient. We're mostly known for blood donation. Again, it's in the name, but we actually cover 4 main areas when it comes to supporting Canada's healthcare system. So first and foremost is we manage Canada's national supply of blood products. We also manage Canada's national supply of plasma and plasma products. And if you're looking at me like, what the heck is plasma? Don't worry, we will talk about that and we'll explain that later. We also manage Canada's stem cell registry, and we're part of a global stem cell network. If you want to join the stem cell registry today, you can speak to Anna. She's got some stem cell kits for you if you're interested, in between the ages of 17 and 35. And last but not least, we also help support the Organ and Tissue Transplantation Organization and help promote the being an organ donor and being a living organ donor and helping people who are on the organ wait list. Oh, I forgot to mention, sorry. We are a nonprofit organization and we've been around since 1998. So, you are currently in the Bond Donor Center. There are 3 things that you can do in our center today to help support what we do and help support our lifeline. You okay? Oh, okay. First and foremost, as some of you know, especially if you've been here before and you were at our event last year, you can donate plasma at our center. So those beds behind you are plasma beds. I'm thrilled to share that you can now also donate blood here. Yay! Sorry. Anna and I have been out in the community for the past year, and I want to say 90% of our conversations are, how are you Canadian Blood Services and you don't have blood beds in your center? How come I can't donate blood here? So we're very, very excited to share that you now have the option to donate blood at our center in addition to plasma. In addition to that, you can also join our stem cell registry. So this is just something that we have going on today. So if you're interested, between the ages of 17 and 35, and it's a non-invasive process. It's just a couple cotton swabs in the mouth to join the registry. It only takes a few minutes. So if you are interested, that's definitely something you can do as well. Okay, so I am going to be focusing a little bit on blood and plasma and the importance of blood and plasma donation. So in Canada, we need 100,000 new blood and plasma donors annually just to meet our patient demand. So this is just give you a couple examples here of how many donations we need to help meet our patient demand in Canada. Now, I get lots of questions about what is plasma. Nobody ever asks me what is blood. And so we're going to talk a little bit about plasma and plasma donation. Does anybody know what plasma is? Nope. Perfect. Makes my job easier. So, plasma is part of your blood. There's different components in your blood. You've got your red blood cells, your white blood cells, your plasma, and your platelets. So plasma is the protein-rich, yellow protein-rich liquid that's in your blood. It actually makes up about half of your blood volume. And its main purpose, its main function in your body is to help support your immune system. So you may have heard, if you've been to one of our centers before, if you've donated before, you'll hear us throw around the term liquid gold. And that's really for two reasons. The first reason is if you look at a bottle of donated plasma, which you actually can if you want to take a look behind you, we've got plasma available. It literally looks like a bottle of liquid gold. It's a yellowish color, and people are usually shocked to see that because it's part of the blood, so people think it's going to be red, so that's always a fun surprise for first-time donors when they see that it's yellow. The second reason we call it liquid gold is that it's extremely valuable in the different ways that we use it in our healthcare system. So just like gold, extremely valuable. So these are just a few of the diseases and disorders that we treat with plasma. Statistically speaking, every single person in this room is going to rely on or know somebody who's going to rely on a plasma protein product at some point in your life. As I mentioned earlier, we are a nonprofit organization, so I really want to stress that we do not sell the donations that we receive on the global market. We don't sell it back to Canadians. I'm not kidding. I was recently asked if we sell it on the black market. I'm here to say that we don't do that. Everything stays in Canada for Canadians to support Canadians in need.
Yes, sorry. Question.
Yes.
This might be a dumb question, but let's say I wanted to keep my blood somewhere stored in case I'm ever in an accident. Do you guys do that? Like store blood somewhere?
Like store your blood?
Yeah, my blood.
No, I don't think so. Right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like it doesn't have like your name on it for you because it only is good for 40 days. Yeah.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh.
And plasma is only good for that long too?
No, plasma doesn't have. Sorry, I don't know who asked that. Yeah. No, we're able to freeze plasma and keep it for a lot longer. Unfortunately, we are not ever in that situation because we usually run out of plasma because the demand for plasma is very, very high. So I'll give you a local example here. Mackenzie Health, which I'm sure rings a bell for all of you if you're local. We sent them around 4,000 units last year to Cortellucci, to the Urgent Care Center. And that might sound like a big number, that might sound like a lot. It's actually nowhere near enough what they need to meet their patient demand. So in Canada, not just in Vaughan, and all over Canada, the demand for plasma is actually 4 times more than what we're currently receiving in donations. So what does that mean? It means that we are not self-sufficient as a country and we are not meeting our patient demand based on donations alone. So I'm not a big graph person, I don't like them, but this one I think is fairly easy to read. The blue line is the demand for plasma and plasma protein products over the years. This red line is how much we're actually receiving in donations. So there's a gap there. There's a gap there, and there's work to be done. And so that's why events like this are so important, because we get to raise awareness. Even if you decide not to donate plasma today, or it's something that you're not open to, you now know what it is, and at the very least, you can be an advocate. Yes.
Sorry, I'm a graph person, so
Okay.
you see the plasma, right? I don't know what the date is under there where it starts to come down. Yeah, that inflection point when it comes down. What's happened since then to come steadily going down?
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
That's a great question. So our population is growing, our population is aging. Are you talking about the demand for plasma?
Yes,
Yeah.
The red line.
Yeah, so we can't keep up with demand because the population is growing, our population is aging, just lack of awareness. You know, that's why for so long this center was only a plasma center, because we really wanted to encourage people to, you know, who know Canadian Blood Services, who recognize us, to try to donate plasma because it's much more in demand. It also doesn't matter what your blood type is when you donate plasma. So anybody can use a plasma protein product, whereas with blood, you know, it's different. It depends on your blood type unless you're a universal donor. So yeah, lots of different factors, lots of things come into play. Yes?
So how is blood donation different than plasma donation?
We'll get into that. Don't worry, I got you covered. I've got a very easy slide after this. Yes?
So if somebody has a blood disorder, let's say sickle cell, are they able to donate plasma?
So no, if I'm not mistaken. Anna, sickle cell, can't donate. Yeah, I can double check. I should have also said earlier on, behind me, or behind you, are a group of wonderful nurses who can answer all of your medical questions if I don't know them. So please go, there you go, there's Roshni. Yeah, she's got you covered. There are some instances where you might not be able to donate blood, but you can donate plasma. If you are exposed to malaria or have been to malaria, or at risk for malaria, you can donate plasma instead of blood. So there are options there. If you are, we'll talk about this later on too, but if you are somebody who's like iron deficient, for example, donating plasma would be a better option for you than donating blood. If you're somebody on the opposite end, and we get this a lot, especially since we've added blood beds in our center if you are somebody who has high iron. Like we'll have people walk in that their doctor actually told them to come in and donate blood because their iron is way too high. So if it makes sense for you, we'll take it, right? It doesn't always have to be I'm donating because I want to help save lives. Sometimes it helps you. Yeah.
This might sound a bit technical,
Nope.
but if plasma is part of blood, how are you able to extract the plasma instead of extracting the blood together?
I got you. We've got a slide coming. I think it's the next one. Yay! Okay, here we go. So, this is a question, as you can see, we get all the time. What is the difference between blood and plasma donation? So, a few key differences. Let's pretend that this is you. You are a donor. You come in to donate at our center. Similar to a blood donation, it's one needle. If we were collecting blood, one needle in the arm, we collect the blood, usually about a pint, and that's it. That would be your blood donation. When you're donating plasma, a process called apheresis happens. So those white machines behind you, you get connected to those machines. As we collect the blood, basically it spins really fast in a centrifuge. We're able to separate the plasma from the rest of your red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, and then those are returned to you. So the main difference as far as like a donor perspective, it's still one needle in the arm. They're still sitting in a comfy chair. The actual check-in and registration process is the same. The main difference is the time that it takes to donate plasma. So plasma does take a little bit longer. You're in the chair for a little bit longer than when you're donating blood. But you can donate much more frequently. So with plasma protein, it's made up of mostly water. So every time you donate, your body completely regenerates what you donate within a few days. And so you're actually able to donate as often as once a week. Exactly. And then with the blood donation, after your donation, it usually takes a few months before you're eligible to donate again. Yes.
See, like before coming here today, I didn't know anything about plasma donations. Because in the news, on the TV commercials, you hear donate blood. I never hear donate plasma, right? Is that true? Like, why is that? Like, I never hear the word plasma to donate. Or am I mistaken?
I've never heard of that.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I out to lunch
never.
or like I've
You're
never
right,
heard
you're
of it.
right. I've been with the organization a year and a half, didn't know what plasma was until I got here. So I think we definitely, as an organization, should do, sorry, I thought you got really upset for a second. I thought you stopped. Okay. So I think as an organization, we're starting to promote plasma donation, even like opening centers that were plasma only, in an attempt to increase our plasma donations. But definitely, like, I think now that you know what plasma is, you're going to start to see it a lot more. We're also intentionally promoting plasma donation more and more often.
Why do you guys call yourself Canadian Blood/Plasma Service?
You know what? You got to ask my boss, who's right behind me. Paige, we want to change the name of the company.
So seriously, like...
No, I know, you're right, you're right. So in our logo, our actual full logo, you can see it here. They've added everything we do, but it's kind of, you don't really see it until I tell you to look at it, right? But yeah, I saw someone else's hand up. I think you were first, yeah.
So, 2 questions.
Yes.
I don't remember the second one, but it'll come to me.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
How many clients do you have a month? You know, you're below what you need in terms of plasma donation.
Yeah, so
How many
when we
clients do you
don't,
have?
yeah, so when we don't, you mean like donors?
Yeah,
at the center?
donors, yes.
It depends. Like it does depend on, you know, the time of year. Like in the summer, we tend to slow down. Holidays, we tend to ramp up just with the season of giving. When we don't meet our patient demand, which again is happening, like the demand is 4 times more than what we're collecting, we have to turn to purchasing plasma protein products from the global market. I don't want to alarm you, but it's in the billions how much we spend just to meet our patient demand, and most of that money is going to the U.S. and purchasing plasma products from the States, which is kind of scary, to be completely honest with you, especially given the climate. We want to be self-sufficient as a country. We want to be able to lean on each other. Another alarming statistic for you, I'm a statistic person, I like the numbers. Less than 2% of eligible Canadians are actually donating. So there's a lot of work to be done for us to be self-sufficient and to meet our patient demand, but when we don't meet that number, we rely on the global market. Yeah.
So normally when you donate,
Sorry, I forgot. If I don't see your hand, it's, yeah.
Sorry, the way you said the process is, so if the blood machine is hooked up to you, basically because blood is part of the plasma, means that actually once the plasma is extracted, blood is returned to you? Is that what you said?
Yeah, so it happens in cycles, Nancy, right? Okay, good. I'm definitely not the medical person, but yeah, so the really main difference is when you're collecting blood, you're connected now to a machine that separates the plasma. And then you keep your red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. It happens in cycles, so it's not all at once, which is why the plasma donation takes a little bit longer. Yes?
Oh, I was just asking, normally when you donate blood, it takes a certain time to make it back, you're ready to donate again.
Yeah.
How long does the plasma to recover back in the body?
So within a day or two, it completely regenerates, and you can donate as often as once a week. Yeah. Yes.
So, oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Oh, sorry, they can go ahead.
Who had their? Yes.
Do you ever have clients that will commit and donate both, so it's not returned back to you?
No, it's either one.
Like, is it one or the other, or
Yeah.
they donate,
It's one or the
when
other.
they come in?
Yeah. So
They
it's
can't-
nice because prior to like January 27th, some of you know were at our lunch party. We were a plasma only center, so you really only had one choice when you came in. Now you have the option to donate blood, but we are seeing a lot of people that come in for blood because that's what we're known for, cleaning blood services. Learn about plasma, learn about that process, and then switch to plasma. So, yeah, it's usually either or. If you're O negative, we always say no matter what, donate blood. If you're, like we talked about earlier, if you're maybe like low iron, stick to plasma. You won't see a dip in iron levels. If you've got high iron and your doctor's telling you to donate blood, donate blood. But if you're kind of open to giving back, helping save lives, definitely if you want to make a bigger impact, it would be plasma. Yeah, it's much, much more in demand than blood products currently. Yes, okay, I don't know the order anymore, sorry.
Go ahead, Tandy.
Oh, I was going to say, what's the difference in amount of time it takes to donate blood versus plasma?
Yeah, great question. So the actual registration check-in time is about the same. In the chair, you're in the chair for blood about 5 to 10 minutes, is that fair? Maybe a little bit longer. So you're not really in the chair for that long. For plasma, it takes a little bit longer, and it also depends. It also depends on how prepared you are for the donation. So if you're hydrated, if you haven't had caffeine that day, you'll find that the donation goes a little bit quicker. The fastest time I've seen, I believe, is 15 minutes. The longest I've seen is anywhere from 45 to 50 minutes in the chair. But those are usually the people that don't listen to me, and they come in with a coffee in their hand, and I'm like, no. So, yeah, as long as you've had a coffee that morning, donate in the afternoon, you're fine. And the more often you donate, the faster it gets. So, yeah.
So
I don't know who was next. Sorry, I'm so sorry. No, go ahead. I think you've been waiting forever.
no, it's not urgent. I mean,
sorry.
You said that we buy billions worth of plasma from the U.S. Are you saying they manufacture it or it comes from blood?
It comes from blood. Yeah, so we can't, any plasma protein product has to come from an individual.
Okay, so how come the U.S. has so much to give?
More people. More
Yeah,
people,
but it's all relative, right?
Plasma.
It's all relative. I mean, what's the percentage of people that are eligible that donate blood in the U.S.? You said in Canada it's less than 2%. Do you have that number in the U.S.? I'm just curious.
I don't. I can probably get it for you.
So we have a shortage and they have excess.
Yes. So they sell to, yeah, they've got a ton. They do pay for plasma there.
Keep it paid.
They pay for plasma. So,
Oh, okay. Well, there you
yeah.
go. That's the reason.
Yeah. Well,
So we don't.
I have thoughts, but I'll keep them. We'll talk later.
I
Have
think you
opinions.
said this already, it's not painful to donate plasma.
I don't think it is. Like, it depends on who you ask. If you're okay with blood work, I always say if you're fine getting blood work, if you're good, you're fine. Like for me, I think getting my eyebrows threaded is much more painful. Like to be completely honest, like I can sit and donate plasma and I'm fine. So everyone's like pain is relative. Like for most people, it's a comfortable experience. Depending on what you like to do while you're donating, some people just scroll on their phone. So if
I
you're
was
gonna
told many, this is personal and I'm sorry, but I
No,
was
it's
told
okay.
many, many years ago, don't ever come to donate blood or plasma, we don't want you. And they didn't want me because I have very narrow veins that roll and they're deep.
You know
They
what?
didn't want me.
I invented narrow veins. To be completely honest with you, I have the worst veins ever, and I'm like, too bad. I
I'll
want to
fight
donate.
you for it.
Yeah, I'm here to save lives. I don't care. So I donate every chance I get. We'll get into eligibility later, but yeah. So if they've told you no, things are changing, and things are always advancing. So I'd recommend trying again and seeing what they say. Yes.
I mean, if you're spending billions of dollars to get plasma from the US, why not educate people and spend that money later? Like,
That's what I'm doing.
Like, in 18 years that I've been here, I've been never told by my doctor or anybody.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
To me, those guys are the key. They can educate people better, and they go out.
I agree 100%. It's so interesting. This slide always surprises people because everybody here knows somebody or is somebody that can connect to some of these diseases and disorders. And it's not like your doctor is telling you, hey, like there's plasma in here, and like this came from a donation, and it's something to consider. So I think you're absolutely right. With events like this, and partnerships like this, we're trying to raise awareness, and hopefully now everyone in this room could at the very least be able to talk about plasma and talk to others about plasma and what we do. But I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah, I mean, I would just drop a little short of the
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. So we've got partnerships with like Mackenzie. At least I can speak for Ron. We have partnerships with, they've got, I think our healthcare system needs a lot of work. So, yeah. Any other questions?
Sorry,
Yes.
you said you're spending billions of dollars behind that. Why not give $20, $30 to people? Just walk around, come donate your plasma. Here is $20, movie theater, Best Buy, Don't send that money to the U.S. If anybody shows up, here is your $20 worth of something for donating plasma.
Great point. That's above my pay grade.
No, I know. I'm just saying that
I will
your
say,
manager
just
is
for everyone to be completely transparent, there is an option to get paid to donate plasma in Canada. It's with Ripples. Does anybody know Ripples? Does that ring a bell? So we do have a partnership with Ripples. I believe the nearest center here is Whitby, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know where Anna is. Is it Whitby? The nearest center? They pay for plasma. I don't think it's much. I think it's like $60. And they also tax you on it, so it counts as income.
It's better in my pocket than theirs.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to drive to Whitby, go for it. I support it.
Just put a sign out, $60 worth of Costco card. Come in and donate plasma.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some of the incentives.
Well,
just a nice piece of time.
This is an interesting.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, no, I was going to say, actually, I think what Harel was mentioning, that the doctors can have the biggest influence, right? I think it's like, you guys need all the money you can, so, I don't think people need to get paid, really. But I mean, if the doctors just tell more people, because there's just lack of awareness, as you can see, right? And then
what we've seen usually in conversations when it comes to donation is when it benefits the patient. So like what I was talking about, if you have higher iron levels, they'll encourage you to donate blood. But that's usually all that we see when it comes to like doctors actually encouraging donation. So yeah, there's definitely an opportunity there. That's a really good call out. So just in the interest of time, we'll move on, but find me asking any other questions. We will talk, you and I. Talking about eligibility when it comes to donor eligibility. If you are somebody in the past who's been told, no, you can't donate, I would recommend try again. Every year we're spending quite a bit on research and advancing who is eligible and who is able to donate. So if you're somebody who's taking a specific medication and they previously told you no, normally I would say take our eligibility quiz or go to 188 to donate to see if you're eligible. But since you're in the center, turn around and talk to any of our staff, any of our nurses, and just ask. If you're eligible, they'll be able to check for you today. Most people are, and especially if you were told in the past that you weren't eligible, it's worth checking again because it's always changing for eligibility requirements. Any questions about eligibility? No? Wow, okay. I was ready for...
Well, I got a question. Is there an age limit? Is there an age limit for giving blood?
You have to be over 17.
Yeah, but could you be 100 and give blood? Probably want to keep it.
I think the oldest donor we've seen here, correct me if I'm wrong, Anna, 86 is the oldest donor we've seen here. 86 donating plasma. So, yeah. Okay, jumping into actually partnering with Canadian Blood Services. Any other questions about the donation process? Find me. We'll chat later. So let's talk about some of the benefits of partnering with us and what it actually looks like. I'm proud to say that there are partners in the audience today, so I'll point them out later on. 78% of Canadians would be more likely to purchase products or services from a business that visibly supports Canadian Blood Services. I think now more than ever, especially given our climate, people want to support Canadian, they want to shop local, they want to support businesses that support us. And when we talk about what I mentioned earlier, when I talk about self-sufficient, us trying to be self-sufficient as a country, we do see a lot of donors that believe in us and believe in our cause, support the businesses that support us. And we see it in our center every day. So this is a very chaotic slide. I'm sorry, I tried to fit almost all of our partners on here. You'll recognize some in the crowd. Jason, there you are, up there. So these are a few of our partners from 2026. We've got a wide range, and one thing I want to stress is no partnership is the same. What this partnership could look like is completely up to you and what makes sense for your business. So for example, we've got businesses like Canada's Wonderland that their partnership with us is supporting bringing in new donors. So they donate, free passes annually. We've got partnerships with Good Life Fitness where they bring in, their personal trainers to come in and donate. So what the partnership looks like is completely up to you. And all of those partners that you just saw have joined our Partners for Life program. So partnering with us, some of the benefits, first and foremost, you are helping to save lives. Every single donation saves 3 lives. I know we get caught up in the benefits and we'll talk about like the business side of it, the business case for partnering with us, but ultimately and the most important, you are saving lives. So whether you are a team of 2 or a team of 20, there are so many opportunities to get involved, and every single donation counts and makes a difference. So just want to stress, because I know there's a lot of entrepreneurs here and smaller teams. Yes?
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
Is Canadian Blood Services doing anything to help out other countries throughout the world that are experiencing war or something?
I have no clue, to be completely honest with you. I think we're taking care of ourselves. Right. Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry here. I think.
Well, we do a lot of research.
Research.
We like share as well.
Wait, Anna, can you speak louder?
Yeah, so we do a lot of research. Like I think a lot of us are familiar with like the blood donation side, but they're unfamiliar with Canadian Blood Services and the sort of the strides that we're making in global research, and that's usually shared amongst other countries as well, and that's something that we collectively work on.
And stem cell as well.
Yeah, stem cells as well. We have our Canadian Global Registry, but we are part of the Global Registry. The Canadian Registry, but we're part of the Global Registry, sorry. Yes. So when you are swapping or when like families and loved ones who are in that eligible age range swap, what they're doing is they're diversifying the stem cell registry in Canada. They're increasing the odds of our current patients finding a potential match. They're also helping save the lives of those across the world who might also need a stem cell transplant.
Perfect. Thank you. Yes.
Is the blood being donated ever used for research purposes?
Yes. Not all of it. No, not all of it. Some of it is used for research, yeah. Most of it is going to the patients who need it. Yeah. Okay. So actually partnering with us, so specifically Vaughan and Richmond Hill, which are the centers that we manage, we do like to promote the businesses that support Canadian Blood Services. So when I say support, I mean, you come in as a group and you donate, you advocate for us on social media. What that partnership looks like, again, I can't stress enough, is what makes sense for your business. So what we do, which we've been running for about a year now, is the Partner Spotlight. So on our monthly calendar, which you probably saw right when you came in, we promote businesses that are coming to donate. So Bon Bonnet, which, by the way, if you haven't tried the chocolate yet, please do before you leave. It's going to change your life. They are a partner, so we promote them. If you have discounts and things that you want to offer to our donors, we will include that here as well. If you are coming in to donate or you're taking over the center, we will promote and let donors know that you will be here that day. In addition to that, we also host events in the center. This is something we've started to do earlier this year and it's been really, really successful. So as you can tell, we're not just a regular donor clinic. We have a lot of space and we love to host events and welcome the community into our center. So a couple of events that we have coming up, we do have Bingo Night, which we've done in the past with different organizations. We have a bingo night coming up with BDO, with Mark and BDO Canada. That's going to be in June. We have a partnership, a paint and sip night that we're going to be having as well later on in the summer with Pino's Palette, which is across the street. So if there are opportunities to bring your team or customers on site where we can do something that promotes your business but also promotes and encourages blood and plasma donation, we're happy to do that as well. And of course, there is absolutely no cost to partnering with us. We just ask that you be an advocate and donate if you can. Last but not least, we do also promote businesses on social media. And again, what that promotion looks like is completely up to you. If you are coming in as a group and donating, Tangerine Bank was here not too long ago, so we just took pictures of their donation, promoted that. There's also an opportunity to be featured on our national account, so Canada's Lifeline. If you are offering like a product or service that our donors can utilize, so a good example is Bon Bonnet chocolate, where George was nice enough to offer a discount to our donors, so anybody who wants to purchase chocolates can do that. We've had businesses offer a free consultation or 25% off a service. So if there is something that you can offer, we're happy to promote it in the center and encourage our donors to use that business. And from a donor perspective, they know that if there is a business that we're promoting in the center, that this is a business that aligns with our values, that donates, that believes in what we do and supports Canada's Lifeline. So again, they're much more likely to support a business that supports us. Any questions about this? Partnership? No? Perfect. So just in the interest of time, I did have a quick video to play. This is James. He is actually based in London, Ontario. It's a 2-minute video. He is a plasma recipient. And I've probably seen this video 100 times, and it makes me cry every single time. So I'm going to try not to cry. That is my goal. Here we go. If it works. Let's see. Nope. Anna? Oh.
Jason? No?
Oh, there we go. Yay. See, Anna. What would I do with Anna? She's my Jason. There you go.
My name is James Pelosa. I'm
Am I breathing heavy?
I'm 14 years old, and plasma donation saved my life.
I'm Elizabeth Pelosa. I'm a proud mom of 3. One morning, James got up and decided to have a shower before breakfast, and he reached the top of the stairs and started screaming that he couldn't see. He collapsed in my arms, and we called an ambulance.
It was a very strange experience, and I had no idea what was going on.
In the beginning, nobody knew what it was. It was absolutely terrifying. We went from having a healthy child to one that was completely incapacitated, couldn't walk up the front steps without falling down. And eventually he was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome. And he had a solution administered to him, and it's made from blood plasma.
After I received treatment, I felt a lot better very quickly.
It was instant. By morning, you could see that nothing was getting worse. Since then, it's been only going forward, no setbacks.
I was looking forward to trying out for the basketball team, but 2 days before tryout started, I went to the hospital and I could not try out. I was very disappointed. Well, right now, I'm doing physiotherapy. I'm doing exercises at home to get better, and practicing basketball court. It would mean a lot for me to make the basketball team.
I was a blood donor, and we actually do plasma here in London, so I switched to doing plasma because you can do that weekly.
She brought home cookies and popcorn when she donated.
Since it affected us so personally, we organized a blood donor clinic to get people into it.
If I were to meet a plasma donor, I'd thank them for saving my life.
Okay, we're good. Held it together. Okay.
Well, thank you, everyone. Last thing I'll say, if you are interested in donating blood or plasma today, we do have some appointments available. Once you're done networking, feel free to stick around and speak to find anybody who works there, and we'll get you started. Very straightforward process. And if you aren't donating today, I just want to say thank you for being here anyway and supporting our event. This is a much bigger turnout than last year's networking event that we did. So thank you again for being here and for supporting what we do. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend.